popcorn? You'll say yes one of these days.
As anyone with experience with children will tell you, once is funny, twice is hysterical. Or not. There aren't an abundance of funny games out there, and the ones that do exist tend to rely on their writing or the circumstances that surround them, rather than their gameplay. Part of the reason this happens is because of how time-consuming it is for a developer to build a mechanic that they can't reuse again and again. Maneuvering a completely unwieldy octopus through his day-to-day chores as a father is funny once, but twice? Well, that's hysterical. Or not. Just like everybody else, Octodad puts his pants on one leg at a time. As a caring husband and the loving father of two, Octodad has plenty of errands and business to look after. But at the root of his trouble is of course that he just so happens to be an octopus.
Morning, Daddy!
The story's a good mix of silly and sweet, and the unconditional love of a family is a great context for your numerous repeating failures. It's great that the game is able to set a scene. It goes a long way to get you psyched about the life of an octopus. I can't tell you how many times I caught myself singing the game's theme song. But rather than elevate the gameplay, the game's goals and objectives bog the whole thing down. When cooking burgers for the family, Octodad doesn't just have to cook one, he has to cook 3. It's not that it's incredibly difficult or time-consuming, it's just not enjoyable a second or third time. And that's especially true for the game's chase or stealth sequences. The reward for playing Octodad is that it's funny, and boy does a joke lose its appeal when you see it play out 2 or 3 times in a row. Ideally, Octodad would be crammed full of different tasks and set pieces. Hell, just walking around is so much silly fun, I might have been happy with hundreds of short 10-second WarioWare-esque scenarios to give me something to do. As it stands, there are large sections of the game that feel preoccupied with justifying it as an actual video game, which is a shame because it's got enough personality to justify itself. Fingers crossed that the modding community delivers. Octodad, the Dadliest catch, is a damn funny gag that repeats itself for almost 3 hours. The unmanageable controls and Octodad's ragdoll physics would bring a smile to even the most miserly player. But the game's insistence that players repeatedly demonstrate their mastery of its controls is regularly obnoxious. All that being said, I love Octodad as a character. He is definitely the Dadliest catch. And for all my frustration, I'm quite happy to live in a world where games like this one are being made.